we all want what we can't have. We all want the body type that we aren't. That we can't change. So it's about accepting and loving ourselves for who we are. And for me, I have done that at every size.
I know that it is allergy season, and I'm sure, like me and so many other people,
it's
we
insane,
are suffering.
Right?
It's insane. Like we've had like these colds for like a month and we can't get rid of them.
I know. Everybody sounds like stuffy. I mean, my kids suffer from allergies big time. So partnering with Flonase was so easy. It was so natural for me because we already used the product. Living out in Los Angeles with the wildfires, climate change, all of that stuff. The pollen is insane. But a lot of people think that they're sick, but it's actually allergies. So I wanted to be able to bring awareness to that and to know that it's okay for your kids. And I think that that's what's awesome about Flonase is that they made it for children, and that way they can play outside and be happy, and they're not just on video games all day long.
Right. I know you got to get rid of these runny noses and these coughs, and the Flonase is the perfect solution.
And they're such troopers. I will say, I would have complained the whole time, but I didn't really suffer from allergies until I was pregnant for the first time with Maxwell, because I was on tour, like constantly touring, always on the road. So once I settled in to live like a normal life, then the allergies hit. So it's definitely one of those invisible monsters that we all have to tackle every day.
I totally agree with you. And I know that you just returned from a fun spring break with your family, and you were showing off these amazing photos of yourself. Congratulations. You look absolutely incredible. I mean, you said, you fluctuated with your weight for so many years, but
Lord, yeah.
But what has your weight loss journey meant to you?
I don't really look at it as a weight loss journey. I think it's a journey of empowerment and self-love and acceptance. It's one of those things. It's we all want what we can't have. We all want the body type that we aren't. That we can't change. So it's about accepting and loving ourselves for who we are. And for me, I have done that at every size. And I just feel every woman should be celebrated. For me, I had no idea I was going to put on a bikini. So that was just in the moment. I brought a couple of bikinis, but I had one pieces. That was my trip. And I put on the bikini. I was like, oh my gosh, I can wear a bikini. This happened. So I think it's about setting small goals for yourself. And then eventually the impossible is possible. And for me, I just never thought that. I'm just not the type that would do that, but I was so proud of myself. Okay. And I was proud of the resilience. And no matter what people say, and I'm always going to have people comment in a derogatory way. I try not to, I can't read that stuff anymore because I don't accept it. And I think that the positive comments about it are what I hold on to. And it's the reason why I posted it, is for that one person to go in and feel better about themselves and to work really hard. Because when you work really hard to look and feel the way that you do in a very happy moment, especially with your children, it is very empowering, and it made me so emotional. And I was really proud. So I was like, here I go, I'm doing it.
Good for you. I mean, you look absolutely incredible, and it shows that hard work does pay off. I mean, would you say that that is the hardest part about losing the baby weight, or any weight? Is it doing it in the public eye? Because like you said, so many people have so many comments, good and bad, and that's got to be difficult. And I'm sure that's probably something that you pass down to your... Sorry, go ahead.
Definitely my babies are worth the weight gain. I'm just the type of person that gains a lot of weight pregnant, but I've struggled my whole life. Like, because of what to me was perfect or what I didn't have. And I really feel like people that started to embrace me at a bigger size, it made me very confident. It made me feel like everybody deserves to be praised at every size. So there's not really moments where I'm like, I've had to like struggle and like really like force negativity aside to not just give up, because I could just surrender to those comments and that type of thing, and to the hate that people want to shade you with. But I didn't do that for those people. And so I just have to constantly remind myself that, I'm living my life for myself and I have a purpose, and I live my life for my kids to be a positive role model. And even as a preacher's daughter, I was always put on a platform as a leader. And it's something that I take very, I don't take lightly. I take very seriously, because I want people to feel good in their skin. Everybody deserves it. Everybody, because we all have things that make us fluctuate, whether it's hormones or struggle just in life and career, whatever it may be. We all have those demons to tackle, and we all have that voice in our head, like, you're not good enough. But I can squash those. I've learned how to just like put those voices aside and stay determined.
Definitely. I know and Eric have been married for nearly 8 years. Congratulations. How would you describe your marriage today? And how do you keep things romantic with 3 kids running around?
Well, we definitely have to have date nights, and our kids respect that. If we're like mom and daddy, like even if we're on one side of the house, that's a date night. We just like whatever we can get. Time alone is really important because we both inspire each other. He motivates me every day. And I'd like to say that I do that for him. We settle each other in a way that nobody else can. And I think it's just like a thread of like woven like deep love that deserves to be honored. And so our kids respect that. If we need time, we'll be like, Mom and Daddy need time. Don't go on this side of the house for an hour. But we'll go on a walk together and we'll like solve all of life's problems. And we'll come up with ideas and be inspired and creative. My husband and I mean, it's definitely a yin and yang thing.
Yeah, definitely. How would you describe your marriage right now? As the years kind of go by and, as relationships change, how would you describe where your marriage is right now?
I mean, we're only at the beginning.
Right. No, that's true.
I don't feel like our marriage has been long, but I feel like I've loved Eric my whole life. But I guess in the moment I met him, like it felt like a marriage. I was actually reading yesterday. I came across my 30th birthday. We celebrated in Capri, and I took him on the trip, but I'd only known him a month. And the letter that he wrote me about, he wrote a letter about the what love means to him and like the ideal relationship, and the things that he wrote out. I was like, wow, we are those things. Like, and that was when I turned 30. So that was a long time ago. But we, Eric and I set intentions, and we're very good at manifesting our dreams, and we're very good at creating a safe environment for each other, to be ourselves. Like if we rarely fight. If we do, it's more conversational, and it's not like he's right or she's right, whatever, it's not about winning. We really do listen to each other. And I think that's really important in a marriage, and it keeps it less one-sided. If you listen to somebody's perspective on something, it broadens your own.
Yeah, definitely.
And to me, that's what makes us work. And we're very compatible in that regard. And he's the best kisser in the world.
That is very important. Does Ashley having a little newborn, does that give you any baby fever anymore?
Oh, I have no baby fever. The third pregnancy for me that was it. I can't do that again. For me, like just the last pregnancy for me was really hard. And, we all, like nowadays we just have babies so much later in life, and it makes it a lot harder when it comes to your metabolism, to all that stuff. And it's just something that you end up accepting. But I mean, I got a great child out of it who I adore and love, and she rules the house. And she definitely is the most heard in the family.
I love it. Yeah. What are your thoughts on your kids listening to your music, watching TV shows, your movies? Do they ever ask questions about things like that? Are they interested in what you do?
They love being in the recording studio with me because I have one in the house. So, Birdie was the only one I sang with in my belly, but Max and Ace will go down there and listen to me do vocals, and then they get to do it themselves and put all this funny auto tune on and record themselves. It's very cute, but they know my lyrics better than I do.
I love that.
Especially on the song that I released recently, Particles. And I have a lot of songs that I haven't released that my kids know, and they think that I've released it. So when I was like, I'm releasing Particles, they're like, what do you mean? We've listened to it for 3 months, Mom. Nobody's heard that yet? I was like, well, I don't even know how many people will hear it. But, it's something I've not done since I've had them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know so many people are fascinated with your life and love your family. Would you ever invite cameras into your home again?
I think that depends, but not as a reality show.
Yeah.
I feel like as a family, I would never want to put that pressure on my kids to always feel like they have to be on or something. But there are people that do it very gracefully. And, Maxwell, one of Maxwell's best friends is North. And so, watching North, she is amazing. She is a great kid, and she will be a part of the change in this world. I do believe that, her and Maxwell alone. And I'm like, I don't know how y'all could do this all the time. I could only last 3 seasons, but they're so open, and they've always remained the same. They're the same. Right. And that's amazing. That's really hard to do, and they're powerhouses, and more power to them, because that's definitely not something that I feel like I could do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you anything about myself, but I don't know. I think that when I shot a reality show, it was the first. It was one of the first. And so it was following me all day long, from the moment I woke up to when I went to sleep, unless I kicked him out. Right. But I would always feel bad. But so it's not, I don't think reality shows are set up like that nowadays. I think they have shooting days and that type of thing.
Right.
That would have made it easier.
Right. I love that Maxwell and North are best friends. That's amazing.
Eric coached North in basketball just recently. So it's been fun, because we live in the same neighborhood. So it makes it easy.
Yeah. And I know I got to wrap up, but any plans on writing another book? I know people absolutely love memoir.
I have a lot to say.
Sure.
I feel like I didn't get it all in my memoir. But yeah, we're definitely looking. I would love to do children's books. I would love to do books about journaling. I'm really intrigued by manifestation, and also our subconscious and our conscious minds, all that stuff. I'm a self-help type of girl, but I like to put real stories with it. So I can see myself doing that
Definitely. Was there anything in the book that you were surprised that people really connected with?
I think that there's a lot of themes in my book, and there's no way that somebody can read my book and not relate to a part of it, because I'm human, and I'm not making it all glitz and glamour and fame. And I talk about the fears and the hard stuff, and I don't really have regrets, so that's the wrong word, but like the fears, the hard stuff, the pain, that stuff is what makes us incredible human beings. And that's the stuff that we learn from. And I stopped feeling sorry for myself a long time ago. And I've realized that so many people have gone through what I've gone through. You know, mine's just in the public, but even in my past, like even before I had the career, I went through a lot, and it was to prepare me for what I'm doing today, or else I don't know that I'd be able to handle people's opinions on my life. But I'm good at it now.
You're a pro. You're an absolute pro. Well, Jessica, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.